It was so annoying.
That's a pretty good segue for me if you want me to take it. You know what else is annoying?
Map.
But
What?
I didn't say it. You did.
it's her
No.
birthday. Be nice.
Yeah, be nicer, right?
You mean to me? No. Someone's mom.
Yeah. So we can all agree unanimously that internet pricing is annoying, right? So
Fluctuates a lot.
I have good news for us. The Biden administration has been referring to experts in the field of advancements and telecommunications, as well as oh my god, I'm thinking doctors, teachers from universities. And all these teachers have put out reports saying that, internet bills have not gotten any cheaper. They've actually inflated faster than the value of the dollar over the past 10 years. Like 10 years ago, your internet bill was like what, 30-50 bucks. Now it's four times that. A normal
40
family.
bucks.
What's up?
Like what kind of internet are you getting? I pay like 40 bucks.
Yeah.
We're paying
Maybe
100
100.
bucks per gigabit.
Well, but we have unlimited and fiber.
Yeah. Well, the Biden administration is trying to force the internet service companies, AT&T, Comcast, Time Warner Cable is no longer a thing, so I don't have to mention them anymore.
Spectrum.
There we go. Spectrum Internet. Thank you. To one, force actual technological updates and how they deliver internet. So, upgrading several lines to fiber, providing fiber to the home, providing more rural areas with higher speeds of internet. And it's also going to force them to provide free internet as a at their cost. At cost, I mean. So families that can't get internet, who are at lower income families, can actually afford it. Because at this point,
So
it's a
You're gonna pay for
utility.
this.
This exactly sounds like Obamacare just all over again.
Yeah.
How so?
How so?
I mean, the way you described it is exactly how they described Obamacare, just with healthcare. And then our healthcare prices skyrocketed because now we're floating the cost of other people's.
But look at what telecommunication companies said 2 years ago. They said that they would their prices would reduce by 2021. We're in 2021 and prices have not changed. They've started charging more, and they're hiding their fees in the contracts that we're signing whenever we have to sign up. Another one of the things that this new bill would help against is these internet service providers would have to tell you exactly how much they're paying up front with fees and hardware included. So they have to include that in their advertising.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a lot to be improved on and corrected in our, but again, the current administration does not have a very good track record going at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Their plans have not helped very much. They've actually hurt a lot of people. So I'm nervous about the president trying to force companies to do something. I don't know.
Well,
like it's a little, I feel a little bit weird about it. Like I like the part about having to be upfront about hardware costs, etc., right from the get-go. Kind of like with healthcare, right? Like doctors now have to provide like a list of prices for their services.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that is fair. Like that's transparent and that's like honest business. But in terms of like doing all these plans, like nothing is free. Like how are they going to upgrade all the lines and do everything that they need to do without prices skyrocketing? Or like what kind of, if they were to count this as a utility, then how much money would the government be spending into a program like that? Like
So
that
now you have to raise taxes in order to subsidize the internet companies that are giving internet to low income people, which again cost us money, or they have to raise their prices to cover all, cover everybody.
So
I don't see a way that it will lower prices at all.
I agree. I agree completely. There's no realistic way of, the prices being able to get lower without having to make them pay up more for their upgrades. But these people have already made millions of dollars that they are just giving out to their CEOs. Like it's up to that's another thing that they're kind of talking about. The government will not assist them, and it's more of a regulation style bill, and they're trying to give more power to the FCC by reenacting net neutrality.
Yeah, net neutrality needs to come back definitely. Like
Yeah,
that,
Mhm.
for
I
sure.
didn't get why they got rid of it in the first place. Besides, that guy's an
Well,
idiot.
Anjit Pai was
But
being paid by all of them. Like
yeah,
every internet service providing company, he was being paid by them.
but then again,
Wow.
it's like those companies are pay like I get that we nobody should be making that much money, whatever. It's like, but if you don't pay competitively, then you won't get competitive people.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, we get what we have in our government currently, like a breakdown of structure and order.
Yeah. The other thing that could potentially happen with the bill is the bill's still not finalized yet. They're still in talks of it. But the other thing would be to eliminate any monopolyism contract that an ISP has with the city to establish a municipal internet that is provided by the government. Hey, Stape!
Oh,
Thank you for that tier 1
Steve,
sub.
long time no see, friend. How are you
8
doing?
months, you're crazy.
Yeah, goddamn. I don't even think I'm sub. No, I think you're. Wait a minute. You are our first 8-month sub.
You're our founder, Steve. Oh my
Yeah.
god. What's up? Sorry to derail.
Good.
Back to the internet. Um, what was the last one? It was net neutrality and then what?
Oh, it would be eliminating contracts, enforcing small monopolyisms within cities, and allowing cities
Oh,
to establish their own municipal internet, which
now,
I'm completely for.
yeah, something like that's a good starting point. The rest
Hmm.
of it's kind of like too ambitious to start off at.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
agree with that.
if you simply take it to where my house here, I should have so there is about 4 to 5 providers here that we
Right.
have in our town, but
Hmm.
we only have access to 2 at a time, right?
Yep.
So
Hmm.
I could see how opening up the market and making it more competitive will allow prices to decrease.
Yeah.
But adding people in the chain of command and bureaucracy to it is not going to do anything to lower prices.
I'd agree with that. I think it's a good stepping stone for sure. Because I do think that like in the age of the internet, like it's a necessity to have in down the road. I would like to see it be counted something to as like something like a utility. But doing that now, I mean, our power infrastructure is what from the 60s.
Hmm.
Like we have a lot of other things I feel like that we could start building on and then we can build on that and get there eventually.
And to touch back a little bit what we talked about. So if schools are going to make it to where you have to have internet in your house for schooling now,
Hmm.
then yeah, we need to talk about a public option of something. And
That's what Google.
I
Go ahead.
keep coming back to the United States Postal Service. Like build the server farm, be an internet provider, whatever. Because that's the easiest way to there's already a government foundation, right?
Hmm.
Let them handle your email just like they handle your mail and call it a day. Like start building somewhere and that would be a place to start, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's a good way for the USPS to actually gain more funds.
Yeah, that's an interesting bill. I'm gonna keep my eye on that one. I'm gonna put a Google alert. I don't think it should pass as it is.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree
no.
with Ethan where that it's a little too ambitious. I think it's a little big for our britches, especially with all the debt that we're in.
Hmm.
Um, but I do like some parts of it, so looking forward to.
So, yeah, just since you said that, I don't know about y'all, but when I saw the debt start climbing after they passed the Obamacare, right? Like I was worried at that point, but we're at what, 6, 7 times that in the last year alone.
Mhm.
So when is when is the bill gonna come due? Is what I'm super worried about right now.
I mean, look at the shortages that we have now, and a lot of it's due to like no workers, but like stuff like that's going to be it's going to be more of a norm, and that's not something that we have seen in our lifetimes, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are getting so. Uh, on a side note on that is I've been in talks with suppliers for our industry, and on average, things about doubled, and we're looking at tripled in price in over a year. So, for a lot of us who sign contracts for like a year or 2 years at a time, uh, we're really eating into our profits of contracts, and some contracts are starting to become non-profitable. So before we even commence that contract, we might cancel it.
And
So
Shit.
that's another snowball into another wrench into the cog that if that starts happening in our industry, I don't see other industries far behind.
well, yeah, it's already
Especially,
here with like the housing industry right now. Like
hmm,
lumber is like I think like 5 times as much as it was pre-pandemic.
yep.
And then we
That's a
still
whole
have the
industry gone, pretty
and
much.
yeah, and then we have the silicon shortage that's still going on. Like it's estimated to last until 2023 now.
Yeah, we were at
Mm.
a music shop earlier today, and the guy was saying he's like, "Yeah, I usually have more equipment, but like getting it's been really hard. It's like it's impacting in so many different ways, and oh, I don't know. Like it's I guess it's hard to piece it together unless you really start thinking about it. But we need to be more conscious about it for sure."
Mhm.